Chapter 5. Ship. We continue our journey. We stop only when we need fresh water. Soon, we see that people live on the land. One day, we see a big group of people. They are on the beach. They have many children. They watch us. I want to stop. I want to go to the people. But the boy doesn't like this idea. He is scared. The people want to give us some food. Two people run to the forest. They return with some food. We don't want to go to the beach. But they don't want to swim to us. We don't know how to take the food. The people see this. They put the food on the ground. Then, they go back. When they are far from the food, we go to the food. Now, we are not scared of the people. They come to us. We thank the people. But, we have nothing for the people. At that moment, we see two animals. The animals run down from the hill. The people are scared. One animal attacks a young girl. I shoot at the animal. I kill the animal. The second animal is scared. The animal runs away. The people are shocked when they hear the gun. They are also shocked when they see that the animal is dead. The people are happy that the girl is alive. They thank us. They give us more food and water. Now, we have a lot of food and water on the boat. We continue our journey. The next day, we see some islands. I think that we can visit the islands. But, at that moment, the boy starts to shout. He starts to shout because he sees a ship. The boy is really scared. He thinks that it is a pirate ship. But, I look at the ship. I see that the ship is Portuguese. But nobody on the ship sees us. So I shoot from a gun. They hear the gun. They see us. Soon, we are on the Portuguese ship. They speak Portuguese, Spanish, and French. But, I don't understand the men. But, one Scottish sailor is on the ship. He comes to me. I tell him our story. Then, all the sailors are very nice. We can stay on the ship. We are very happy. We offer our boat to the captain. But, the captain doesn't want to take the boat. He wants to pay for the boat. It is very nice. I tell him that he can buy our boat. I give him a good price. It is a half of usual price. The captain agrees. The captain also wants to train the boy as a sailor. I don't like this idea. I think that the boy is very young for this job. I think that the boy also needs freedom. But, the captain says that it is good for the boy. Chapter 5. Ship. For the next 10 days, we continued our journey around the coast. We only stopped when we needed fresh water. Soon, we saw that people lived on the land. One day, we saw a big group of people. They had a lot of children. They watched us from the beach. I wanted to stop. I wanted to go to the people. But, the boy didn't like this idea. He was scared. The people on the beach wanted to give us some food. Two men ran to the forest. They returned with some dry meat. We didn't want to go to the beach. But, they didn't want to swim to us. We didn't know how to get the food. The people saw this. They put the food on the ground. Then, they went back. When they were far from the food, we took the food. Then, we weren't scared of the people. They came to us. We thanked them. But, we had nothing for them. At that moment, we saw two animals. They came from the forest. The animals started to run to the people. The people were scared. One animal attacked a young girl. I shot at the animal. I killed the animal. The second animal was scared. It ran away. The people were shocked when they heard the gun. They were also shocked when they saw that the animal was dead. They were happy that the girl was alive. They thanked us. They brought us more food and water. We had a lot of food and water on the boat. We didn't stop for 10 days. We saw some islands the next day. I thought that we could visit the islands. But at that moment the boy started to shout. He started to shout because he saw a ship. The boy was really scared. He thought that it was a pirate ship. But I looked at the ship. I saw that it was Portuguese. But nobody on the ship saw us. So I fired a gun. They heard the gun. They saw us. Soon, we were on the Portuguese ship. They spoke Portuguese, Spanish, and French. But I didn't understand them. Fortunately, there was a Scottish sailor on the ship. He came to me. I told him our story. Then, the sailors started to be very nice to us. They agreed to take me and the boy on the ship. We were both very happy. We offered our things to the captain. But he didn't want to take our things. He said, "I would like to pay for them." It was very nice of him. I told him that he could buy our boat. I gave him a good price. It was the half of usual price. He could take the rest for free. The captain agreed. The captain also wanted to train the boy as a sailor. I didn't like this idea. I thought that he was too young for this job. I thought that the boy also needed freedom. He didn't need to start another service. Chapter 5. Ship. For the next 10 days, we sailed close to the land. We stopped only to fill our bottles with fresh water. Soon, we started to notice the land was inhabited. Several times, we saw people on the beach, who were watching us. I wanted to stop and go to them, but the boy asked me not to do it. But then, one group of these people looked very friendly. I waved to them. I tried to sign to the people that we needed food. They signed to me to come to the beach. 2 of them ran into the forest. They returned with some dry meat. We didn't want to approach the land, and they were too afraid to swim to us, so we didn't know how to reach the food. When the people saw this, they stepped back, and were soon quite far from the food. We approached the food, and took it on board. Then, we weren't scared of them. They came to us. We thanked them, but we had nothing for them. At that moment, we saw 2 animals, which were running down the hill. The people were scared. One animal attacked a young girl. I shot at it, and I killed the animal. The second animal was scared, and it ran away. The people were shocked when they heard the gun. They were also shocked when they saw the animal was dead. They were happy the girl was alive, and they thanked us. They brought us more food and water. On the 11th day, we saw a long piece of land, which was extending very far into the sea. There were also some islands far in the sea. I was thinking about going to the islands. Then, the boy shouted, "Look! There is a ship." And really, there was a ship, quite far at the horizon. The boy was really scared. He thought it was a pirate ship. But I looked at the ship properly. It looked Portuguese. The ship was going away from us. Nobody on the ship saw us. So I fired a gun. They heard the gun. Then, they saw us. They turned the ship, and went to us. Soon, we were on the Portuguese ship. They spoke Portuguese, Spanish, and French. But I didn't understand them. Fortunately, there was a Scottish sailor on the ship. He came to me. I told him our story. Then, all the sailors started to be very nice to us. They agreed to take me, and the boy, on the ship. We were both very happy. We offered our things to the captain. But, he didn't want to take them. He wanted to pay for them instead. It was very nice of him. I told him he could buy our boat, which I gave him a good price for. I asked for a half of usual price. He could take the rest of the things for free. The captain agreed. The captain also wanted to train the boy as a sailor. I didn't like this idea. I thought he was too young for this job. I thought the boy also needed freedom. He didn't need to start another service.